Welcome children. Today we are going to start the last chapter of your book, that is chapter 14, Practical Geometry. And already you are very much aware about this chapter. Practical geometry means you will do some practical work. What kind of practical work you will do? In geometry you will work with the different shapes. So here the first thing for drawing these shapes, what are the instruments we are going to use? Okay, so for that we have to open our instrument box, that is the geometry box. And what are the things you have in your geometry box? Let's come with that. Okay, the first and foremost thing which we use for that, and you all are very much aware of it, that is this is the ruler. We used to call it, that is scale. Okay, and what are the main things it have? You might have noticed that in the both sides it have some lines and some numbers. Okay, so what does they mean? Okay, I want to show you here. Come to the top. Here you can see the numbers has been written like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till here it is up to 15 has been marked. Okay, so and the gap between 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, that gap, that measure of this gap is equal to 1 centimeter. So it is the centimeter scale. Okay, and you might have noticed in between this 0 to 1 or 1 to 2, it have another parts. In between you have one a little bit longer one, and the rest are with the same measure of small one. So that small lines in between, they give the measure of 1 millimeter. So you can be understand that 1 centimeter stands for 10 millimeter if you are counting the small lines has been given in between them. Okay, so suppose you have asked to draw a line segment of 4 centimeter. So from where will you start? Will you start from 1 or from 0 to draw a line segment of 4 centimeter? Yes? Yes, we will start. Let's come to know. You must be clear about it. When you have asked to draw a line segment of 4 centimeter, so you will start from 0 and up to which? Up to 4. That means what is the measure? The gap between 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. That that means the distance between 0 to 4, that is the length of the line segment, that is equal to 4 centimeter. Now suppose you have asked to draw a line segment of 5.5 centimeter. What you will do? Here you will start measuring from 0, then you will come up to 5. Then after 5, between 5 and 6, you have another longer line. Okay, that measures 0.5 centimeter. That means how much millimeter? It is 5 millimeter. Okay, so how up to which you will take from 0 to 5. Then this longer one, this is the measure of 5.5 centimeter. So you will draw a line from here to here. This is the measure. So in this way you can draw the line. Okay, now then if your scale, this is the centimeter scale, then what is the meaning of the another side? Yes, you must be clear about this one. The other side of the scale that has been given the measure of inch. Okay, that is we are not going to use now, but the another side is it gives the measure of inch. Now another things which we are use. Okay, these two triangular shapes you might have noticed in your geometry box. What do they call? They call set square. Okay, why these two have different kind of set square has been given? Let's come to that one. See, first you observe this one. Have you noticed that in this triangle it is looking like an isosceles triangle? That means two sides are equal. If you are going to measure the angle of this set square, you may find, or you must find that this angle and this angle, these two angles, these are called base angles. Their measures are how much? 45 degree. And measure of this angle, this one, the vertex, it is 90 degree. And it will present a isosceles right angle triangle. Okay. Now, if you are coming to this one, what are the measures you will get? For this one, this is 30 degree, this is 60 degree, and this one is 90 degree. But it is an scalene triangle. It's represent a scalene triangle. Okay, but in your geometry box we don't have any equilateral triangle. Yes. Now how do they called? They are called, this one is called 30, 60, 90 set square, and this is called 45, 45, 90. Okay, so these are the name of these two set square. Now what is the fourth instrument you have? Yes, this is looking like a half circle. What does it called? It is the protector. What is the use of this one? We use this one for measuring the angles. So we will use this one to draw any angle of certain measure has been given. Suppose you have asked to draw an angle of 60 degrees. So what you will do? You will draw a line segment, then you will put this protector. I will teach you all these things. Then you will consider the starting point as the center. Then from here, that baseline you have taken, baseline will be 0 degree. From 0 we will start counting. If this is the baseline, then we will consider this side, and in this way we will increase by 0 to 10, 20, 30, 40 in this way. Here where you are getting 60, yes, this is 60. So the measure of this angle will be 60 degree. So in this way we will draw the angles by using the protector. Now after this, what are the another two things you have in your geometry box? Yes, let's come to this one. What does it call? It have 2 pointers. You might have noticed you cannot draw any shape by using this one, because you cannot use the pencil with this one, and this is called a divider. What is the use of this one? We will use this one to measure any line segment. Suppose 2 line segment has been given and you have asked to compare them. So you can compare the length of these two line segment by using this 2 pointed pointer that is called divider. Okay, now you all are very familiar to draw the circles of different size. You people used to make different patterns also, different shapes also. So for that, which is the most useful instrument you use? This is called compass. So here we are going to use this compass and this ruler to draw the circles. Okay, by these two we will construct many of the shapes for the next exercise. So here this compass will be used to draw the circle, and with the circles we will proceed for the next exercise. Okay, let's come to the exercise 14.1. Here we are going to do question number 3 from exercise 14.1. Your question is, you asked to draw a circle and any two of its diameter. Okay, if you join the ends of these diameters, what is the figure obtained? Okay, let's see. First we are going to draw one circle with 2 diameter. Okay, so let's mark one point as center of this one. So here I am marking this one. Now I am going to draw the circle. Okay, let's see, of any radius. So this is the circle I have drawn here. I have got the circle. Okay, now you have asked to draw any two of its diameter. Okay, let's see, diameter means what? You know na, the longest chord which passes to the center. So this is the center. So first one, I am just going to touch the center, then I am going to join it. Yes, another diameter, you have asked to take two diameter. Okay, I am taking this one also, it will pass through the center. So here this is the center. Yes, now you have asked to join the end of these two diameter. If I am joining, what shape I will get here? See, yes, let's join it. Yes, okay, then this is the another two ends. This is the another one. Yes, here. Okay, now if whatever I have got here, that I don't know what was the angle between these two diameter we have got, but what a shape we have got. Here you might have noticed it is a quadrilateral. Now if I am going to measure the sides, you have asked that what figure obtained in the diameter are. Okay, so in this case what you have got, if you are going to measure the length of the sides of this figure, we can find out what figure we have got. Yes, this side is it is 4 centimeter. This one, yes, it is 5.1. This side it is again 4 centimeter. Yes, that one it is again 5 centimeter. So we, in this case, we have got one rectangle. Now to verify this one, we can do another thing. We can measure the angle of this shape. Okay, let's check the angles also. But if these angles are also 90 degree, then I can I will be sure that yes, it is a rectangle. See, that angle I have got 90 degree. This angle, let's come to this one. What is the measure we are getting? Yes, it is also 90 degree. This one, yes, it is also 90 degree. You can see this one. Let's see. Yes, yes, this is also 90 degree. So if I am naming this one, that two diameter was A, B, and this was CD, that means I have got a rectangle. What we have got? The shape, that quadrilateral we have got, it is, and rectangle, its name is ACBD. We have got here. Okay, now come to the second case. What will happen? Here in the second case, you have asked to draw the circle, then any of with any diameter or any radius, then draw two diameter which are perpendicular to each other. In the second case, you have asked. So to make it perpendicular, this was the center and I have drawn the one diameter. Now I will look for the perpendicular. Perpendicular means 90 degree. Okay. So for that, I can use this set square also. Okay, I'm putting it here to, because this angle is 90 degree as we know. So if I am setting it here, yes, this is the one point. Okay, let's come to this side. There also I need the point to get the perpendicular. Here, yes, it will be here. Let's join these two point through the center. Okay. So two diameter I have gone, and now I have asked to join the ends of these two diameter. Okay, let's add them. Okay, this one is, yes, then I'm going to join the third side. Yes, this is the fourth side. Okay, let's name it. First one, this side was AB, this was CD. So two diameter I have joined. Now in this question, if you are going to measure the sides, what you will get, you see, if you are going to measure this one here, yes, I am getting it is 5.5. This one is again, yes, it is also 5.5. This one, yes, it is also 5.5. This one also 5.5. Now if I am going to measure the angles, what we are getting, see, yes, here I have got it is 90 degree. Yes, this one again 90 degree. Yes, this one 90 degree, and this one again 90 degree. So here in this case I have got a square. In if I am going to put the two diameter which are perpendicular to each other, and you might have noticed that these two diameter, they bisect each other in a right angle, because it was asked to draw perpendicular diameters. So here what I have got a square, and the name of the square is, if I am starting from here, I can write ADBC. This is the square we have got here. Okay, so let's come to question number 5. In this question number 5, it is given that let AB be the center of two circles. So here I have taken, this is one line segment I am taking to make it the radius, where the center of the two circles are A and B. So by that you might have understood that this will be the radius, AB or BA. Then this is center of two circles of equal radii. Draw them so that each one of them pass through the center of the other. Okay, and let's draw the two circles. Yes, when the first one, the center, I am considering the center is B. So let's draw the first one with center B. Yes, first circle I have drawn with the center B. Now second circle you have asked with center A. Okay. Yes, so point B will be 1 point on the circumference. That's why AB is the radius. Okay, so these kind of two circles you have asked to draw in this case. Then they let them intersect at C and D. So this intersection point, let's name it C, and this point as D. Here you have asked that examine whether AB and CD are right angle or not. Okay, so for that, the first thing what we can do, afterwards we will come to join them. First I have to join that CB and AC. Okay, let's join them. Here C to B, this one, yes, then C to A. If you are going for the measure, you can see that all the measures will be equal. Why? Who can tell why these all the sides will be equal? Yes, one common thing is there. But it can be why all the measures, all the sides will be equal. Okay, I am telling. Because whenever you are adding this, when the center is B, show the length from B to A. Whatever you are getting from center B, C also equal, and from the center B, D is also that the distance is equal. All of them are the radius. Okay, here also you can see when the center is A, from the distance from A to B, A to C, and A to D, all are equal. So what is the shape you are getting in this case? That shape you have got, it will be a rhombus. Yes, because all the sides are equal in this case. As the two circle, they have the same radius. Okay, let's join C to D. This is the main point has been asked in this question. Okay, if I have joined these two, you might have noticed that here the two diagonals you are getting in this rhombus, that rhombus is, what rhombus you have got? Which rhombus you have got? Your rhombus is ADBC. Here two diagonals. What are the diagonals you have got? Two diagonals you have got. One is AB and another one is CD. They bisect at, if we are considering this one as O. Okay, so you can see that OB and OA, that OB and OA, that is equal, and OC and OD is equal. But what you have asked, the angle between this one, that means this angle you have asked, what will be the measure of this angle? Okay, here by measuring this one, you can see that it will be exactly 90 degree. Okay, I am showing you. Go through the protector. See, it is exactly 90 degree. I have put it on that line, baseline, and this is the line of intersection. This side also I can show you. See, you will get exactly, they have bisected them each other at 90 degree. So by that, here we can write that AB and CD are at right angles. Okay, and what has been proved by that? That means the diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at a right angle. This is the main point we have observed in this question. So I hope you can solve the rest of the question. So hope for the best. Let's try.